Hi people, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Honey and I am back with another video today, and today's topic is going to be why I don't date the Pisces man. Now before I even get started, I have made this video before but I'm having to remake it. It was one of my first videos that I had ever made, and it was more of a rant. And I got a comment from a new subscriber today who let me know that this is all wrong, this is generic, this is bad. So instead of retaliating like a typical Aries, I decided to take on board what he's saying because it was a rant video, and I thought I'd just throw in a few additional bits. And also how my mind works is I have Taurus and Mercury, so what's going on in here is not coming out of here, okay? So a lot of the things that I said, I didn't explain it properly, so I'm going to explain it all properly in this video. So let's get started. Right, so the Pisces man, I'll start off by saying some positive things because, you know, I don't want people saying you're so negative. So let's just start off with the positives. So I find Pisces men to be extremely compassionate people. You're going through a pain, you know, you're going through a really hard time. A Pisces man will listen to you, listen to your struggle, take it on like their own pain in a sense. They are extremely generous. These are the men that will literally just hand over their last £10 note to you, you know. These are the men that will run around and do things for you. They're very intuitive and sensitive. So, you know, if you're looking for those qualities, that's really nice to have, okay? Now, when it comes to like the appearance wise, I cannot lie, and I've said this before, I do like the appearance of a Pisces male. I do like a man who can switch it up at times, but I find Pisces men to have a kind of a scruffy appearance, and I find them a little bit like similar opposite to the opposite sign, which is Virgo. And I find them to have this, you know, they might get up out of bed, put on a tracksuit, you know, some trainers, Americans call it sneakers, yeah, but put on some trainers and head out. He might not brush his hair or brush his beard, but it doesn't matter. And that's what I like about them is the confidence within themselves to appear how they want, right? And there's also like a they have not, I won't say quirky, but they have a edgy look about him. He might wear a nose stud or something, you know. I'm into nose studs if you haven't noticed, yeah. But yeah, like similar to Virgo. However, I find Virgo to be a lot more simple in their appearance, and they have more of a quirky look, but they're never really untidy. I don't find them to be very untidy unless they are a negative Virgo. But anyway, yes, so I do appreciate the Pisces look. I said that I find Pisces men to be very talkative, like they talk to everybody, and I got a lot of comments saying, oh, I find Pisces men to be shy and da, da, da. This is how I'm going to explain what I said in depth, because my Taurus and Mercury does not allow me to do that properly, right? But yes, there is something shy and innocent about a Pisces, okay? But I find once he's in his element and he's around a lot of people, I do find him friendly to chat to this person and that person and this person and that person. However, when you compare it to a Scorpio, for example, Scorpios don't approach people, and they're not friendly when you first meet them, and they like to suss people out before they just decide to talk to them or hold a long conversation. Whereas a Pisces, them being as gentle as they are, they will have friendly conversations with any and anybody, and that's what I meant, okay? Now, you know, why don't I like that? With me, you gotta understand, this is about why I don't date them. And when it comes to me, I have a lot of masculine signs in my chart. I'm Gemini rising, I am a Aries sun, and feminine sign Capricorn moon, which is really weird because it does appear to be masculine due to the lack of emotions, right? So I find Pisces to be people who are very in touch with their emotions, and I'm not someone who's very in touch with my emotions, or if I am, it's always done in secret. It's never it's not easy for me to, you know, go to a Pisces and say, or go to anyone, sorry, and just say, oh, I had a bad day, this happened to me. I just sit back and deal with it. Whereas a Pisces person, Pisces male, may come to you and express how horrible their day was or what they're currently going through, and they need that emotional support. When it comes to Pisces, because they are known to be emotional, they need that support, and I can't provide that. So it might work both ways. Pisces wouldn't date me and I wouldn't date them, and that's fine with me. So when it comes to emotions, I find the Pisces man to be very in touch with them, and I'm more of a logical thinker, and this is what I've said in my other water sign videos, but I'm a very logical thinker, or if I am emotional, it's always for a short period of time and then I am over it like it never happened. Whereas Pisces want to talk about it and keep on talking because they feel things deeply. So this is another reason why I don't necessarily like to date the Pisces man, because once I argue with you, once I'm down about something, I'm over it the next second. So you get over it too, right? Yes. So when it comes to like when a Pisces man is going through a really sad situation, it's very difficult for me to be there for him the way that he needs me to be, because the way I kind of deal with things is very practical. So a Pisces might go through a bad day or a bad week or whatever, and I just look at it like, okay, so how do you fix this? How are you going to make sure this does not happen again? And a Pisces man will look at me like, what the hell are you talking about? You know, why would you say that? You know, how, you know, listen to how I'm feeling. And I will ask, you know, how do you feel? But I find they tend to dwell a whole lot on a bad situation. And based on me being very practical, I can't relate to that. So you got to understand, when it comes to shit like that, I need to go through a bad time and then move on. Do you know what I mean? I find them to be very insecure, and this is down to their low level of confidence. Like when a Pisces comes into the room, you don't necessarily hear them or notice them, and it's not a bad thing that you're not noticed straight away, right? But you don't see them or notice them because they don't make a big scene like, hey, look at me. Like, Leo's arrived, it's me. Like, Sagi's arrived, hello, everyone likes me, Sagi. Do you know what I mean? It's not like that. And the kind of person I am is, I'm very confident when I go into a room, and I can't really rock with a Pisces male who doesn't feel himself when he goes into a room filled with people, because he's very shy at the beginning, right? But once he's around people, everyone's talking to him, he's chatting to everybody. I also find Pisces to be, Pisces men or Pisces, like Pisces is ruled by the 12th house, right? And the 12th house is the mental, the brain, the inside, right? And I know I said in my last video that, oh, Pisces people take drugs and they smoke and they suffer with addictions and blah, blah, blah. Let me explain that. I don't mean every single Pisces person out there, all right? But Pisces is a sign that need to escape from reality. They need to escape from the harsh realities of the world. And they are notorious for having addictions, for overdoing like alcohol or drugs. And just because you haven't had a drink in your life or you haven't smoked anything in your life, it doesn't mean that you are not into escaping, all right? And that's the point that I'm making when it comes to Pisces and the escapism. It's in the brain. They are extremely good at running away from reality, and it works in the same ways when I'm talking about they are likely to be drug addicts or, you know, into alcohol, whatever. I'm not saying you as a Pisces are that, but you have it in you to escape, and that's what I'm talking about, and that's what I should have said properly in my last video. Now, because Pisces are, I find them to be the people that get stepped on and they still get up, right? This is what I rate about Pisces, because they're so selfless and people take their kindness for a weakness, they get abused more than I find any other sign. And that's very unfortunate, but the good thing about them is they get up and they keep on going, right? But I kind of find with the Pisces men and Pisces in general, most Pisces people that I know have kids. And I'm 27, but a lot of Pisces from when I was young, like 10 years ago, had kids. Or now they're having more kids. And there's a lot of people around me that don't have kids, but I find all of the Pisces people I know have kids. And I find Pisces men, because of their terrible past and what they've been through, they carry a lot of baggage and trust issues with them, and they don't necessarily know how to let go. So we're going back to the whole dwelling on what had happened was. Do you know what I mean? So this is another reason why I struggle to date a Pisces man, based on the baggage. Because when you think about it, we've all been through something bad in our lives, but when you're bringing baggage into a new relationship, it's very off-putting, and that's, you know, when you're still getting over ex, it's not healthy. I find these men to be the kind of guys that enjoy being taken care of by a woman. And I don't mean just a woman, you know, cooking and just cleaning, and, you know, I mean taken care of in every kind of way possible. Like, you know, a woman might pick him up, a woman might do his washing, cleaning, cook. You know, she might work while he stays at home. You know, she has to support him financially, emotionally, spiritually, like in every type of way. And I'm not saying this is every Pisces, please don't get in your feelings about this. I'm literally saying that these are typical traits of a Pisces. Now, although I'm an Aries, and Aries is considered as the baby of the zodiac, right? I find Pisces to be very baby-like in the zodiac, because they work better when they are being taken care of. Hence why I always say Pisces and Scorpio are a match made in heaven, because Scorpio is the masculine sign, and a lot of Scorpio women take care and they enjoy taking care of the Pisces man, because the Pisces man will allow her to wear the trousers in the relationship. And I think that's, you know, that works really well for them. They have a obsessive, addictive nature about them, and you know, when they're into you, they might check your social media, they might see what you're doing, they'll call you a whole lot, and they become very needy. There's also a convenience about them. Like, I feel like when it comes to the Pisces men, yeah, they never seem to know exactly what they want in life. They do a lot of cruising, and they tend to be, I don't want to say like unsure or indecisive. I don't even want to say indecisive. It's more like, I'm not sure what to go. I'm just going to go on how I feel, you know, and they'll go with whatever is convenient. And that's not something that I like, because the way I am, I know what I want. I want that red top over there. I want this and I want that. As an Aries, I know what I want, and I want it now. Pisces is not always sure about that. They just go on their feeling, because they are very deep. And me, I can say, yes, I'm deep, but I'm not deep as that. And lastly, I will say this. The last reason why I don't gravitate towards Pisces men are based on they're very, very good at manipulating you. They're very good at lying as well. I find Taurus really difficult, really easy to tell if they're lying, but Pisces, they are very good at lying. And they always want to be like 10 steps ahead of you, right? So a Pisces will, if, for example, if I'm chatting to my Pisces brother, right, and he's asking me a question, I can see him looking at me, and his stare is very intense. And I can see with my Taurus in Mercury, I know what he's thinking, and he's thinking that I'm lying, right? So what they tend to do is they always feel like you're lying to them, and they will look at you in an intense kind of way and just be like, well, I don't trust her, she's lying, something isn't right, you know? And I don't like that feeling where like I might not be lying, or I might be lying, I might lie about something minor, but a Pisces will always look at you like you're lying, like I see you, right? But that is basically it for why I don't date Pisces men. I need you to understand that this is not a rant. This is not me bitching and moaning. And also, let me just explain this one last thing. Just because I don't date certain signs does not mean this person has hurt me or I'm feeling bitter through dating someone. No, no, no. I don't get to the point where I'm dating this person because I see red flags and I make the choice not to date them. I've been hurt by a Capricorn and a Leo, but I still date Capricorn and Leo. So it's not got anything to do with me being hurt. Alright? This is just what I gravitate towards and what gravitates towards me. And unfortunately, I do not like dating Pisces men. So it's as simple as that. And lastly, I will say this. The last reason why I don't gravitate towards Pisces men are based on they're very, very good at manipulating you. They're very good at lying as well. I find Taurus really difficult, really easy to tell if they're lying, but Pisces, they are very good at lying. And they always want to be like 10 steps ahead of you, right? So a Pisces will, for example, if I'm chatting to my Pisces brother, right, and he's asking me a question, I can see him looking at me and his stare is very intense. And I can see with my Taurus in Mercury, I know what he's thinking, and he's thinking that I'm lying, right? So what they tend to do is they always feel like you're lying to them, and they will look at you in an intense kind of way and just be like, well, I don't trust her, she's lying, something isn't right, you know? And I don't like that feeling where like I might not be lying, or I might be lying, I might lie about something minor, but a Pisces will always look at you like you're lying. Like, I see you. Right, but that is basically it for why I don't date Pisces men. I need you to understand that this is not a rant. This is not me bitching and moaning. And also, let me just explain this one last thing. Just because I don't date certain signs does not mean this person has hurt me or I'm feeling bitter through dating someone. No, no, no. I don't get to the point where I'm dating this person because I see red flags and I make the choice not to date them. I've been hurt by a Capricorn and a Leo, but I still date Capricorn and Leo. So it's not got anything to do with me being hurt. Alright? This is just what I gravitate towards and what gravitates towards me. And unfortunately, I do not like dating Pisces men. So it's as simple as that.